Sublime magnificence. Hey guys, you know who it is, what's going on, when it's happening, where it's at, and why we're here today. How you doing? It is I, the sublime and magnificent Omari Ellis Feo Grande on YouTube, back with another episode of This Guy Hasn't Seen. And as usual, I am joined by my co-host and running mate, one of my best friends in the world, El Director himself, Bill Smith.
Hey, Omari, thank you for having me back. As always, love being here. Love doing this thing. Trading these movies back and forth. One guy has seen it, the other one hasn't. It's a different. Well, we just went through WrestleMania and still had some wrestling on the brain. And you had not made your selection yet, so I don't know. We just kind of ended up falling into this one this week.
Pretty much, yeah. But
I really wanted to check out a documentary that was just released. Again, wrestling still on the brain. And I knew, and I was chatting with Omari with it about it before I was about to watch it, and then it was just kind of like, hey,
this could be the thing.
Do we just cover this?
Yeah, and that would be the recent documentary Shawn Michaels, the life of Shawn Michaels,
the Heartbreak Kid: becoming Shawn Michaels.
Becoming Shawn Michaels.
Follows the life and career of WWE performer Shawn Michaels, tracing his rise, personal struggles, and eventual comeback with an unfiltered look at his journey. Directed by Matt Brain, and it of course has Shawn Michaels and a whole bunch of wrestlers.
Yeah,
This is the documentary. What that little brief bio doesn't go into is what I found most intriguing. Why I was seeking out this doc, why I wanted to watch it, why I was texting you about it, is it covering the modern day Shawn Michaels of the man who runs the WWE Performance Center and NXT program these days. And it's about 50% that, which is really what I was seeking out, because this may be the on safe estimation, I believe this is at least the third WWE produced documentary on the subject of Shawn Michaels that I have watched. I would be willing to put money on the fact that there's at least two others out there. Um, but there has not been one since his return to wrestling in the developmental coaching realm. So I was heavily interested in seeing that aspect of it. Particularly, ended up caught a couple of, like, the day I texted you, I had caught a clip of the Javon um oh shit, all ego Ethan Page, Bebe,
there you go.
and Shawn Michaels, the chair shot scenario that was already being clipped out and circulating like wrestling Reddit
Yeah,
forums.
which that chair spot, you brought it up now, so I'm gonna just bring it up. That is one thing that I'll never understand how they make those kind of spots. I'll never understand the movie magic behind it
Yeah.
because that should be breaking your shit. And then you even see it here, Sean putting his head there, and they're in the moment like, are you
Yeah,
sure
and
we
he goes,
should do this?
it's my jaw. Like, my jaw is hurt. Ow. Obviously doing like bad acting at a point after selling at first. Like, he went
Yeah.
quick and started selling, and then did the like stomping of his feet. Ow, 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 my jaw. Um yeah, it was that was a really fun moment that immediately I was like, oh, I may have to check out this documentary. Where, yeah, Ethan's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to do this. I'm afraid. Like, I don't like the idea of this. I'm uncomfortable. And Sean is just like, I'll get in there. Do it to me. And now he's like, all right, so wait a minute. Now I had the anxiety of breaking some young kids, some up and coming kids' jaw. And
And
now I could potentially break my like hero, like the guy I look up to in wrestling's jaw. Okay, cool. Different anxiety. But yeah, that's
he
just
did he did pick up one of the few qualities or the few good qualities of Vince in being that not asking people to do something he's not willing to do and to show that.
hmm
So I did like that because you also see Ethan like when your boss tells you something like that and then he shows you he's willing to do that too. Aye, aye, Captain, following you all the way into the thing.
right.
I'm like, yeah, that is the easiest way to get people to follow you. Be like, yo, just because I'm your boss doesn't mean I'm above you. Yeah, but yeah. So I I like wrestling. I like Shawn Michaels. I was interested when the topic came up of the documentary. Let's do it. I don't think I've watched documentaries that have involved Shawn Michaels events, like a Montreal screw job type deal, but never anything about him. So that was
Okay.
interesting. Um, so I was like intrigued because I caught second half Shawn. I knew of first half of his career, Shawn, but I came into wrestling during the back not
Yeah.
working right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I've talked about it a million times, but
Yeah.
like show second Sean 2.0 is like wrestling god Shawn
Mm,
Michaels, and then Sean 1.0 was the most captivating thing on my like that's what I would remember, and I never knew why. And I still, even to this day, going back and looking at those, I never know. I don't know. I can't other than like just the fact of what's going on inside the ring. But like yeah, the it was always my favorite pose, the
mhm.
leg out boom right here.
The pyro
um
to go with it made it even
oh
better.
Boo! Oh, yeah. So like even before Boyhood Dream, actual babyface Shawn Michaels, like heel Shawn Michaels, his programs with like a Bret Hart or a Mr. Perfect or even like Jerry Lawler and like even
Mm,
comedy segments and stuff like that like were always memorable, enjoyable to me, and I've always been a huge fan of him. And then yeah, Shawn Michaels 2.0 was just like wrestling god mode. Like it is emotional seeing like the what is it, the no holds barred match with Triple H and the
mm.
elimination chamber match. Both of those are highly emotional matches for me to watch as a fan, even to this day, going back to them. um and then I even have almost a Sean 3.0, because then shortly, then like maybe a year or so after his return is when I started to drift away, because
Yeah.
that's like junior year-ish, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, that would have been year or two after 2.0 return, and then you bring me back for the
The
Undertaker,
Taker stuff near
the
the
Taker, and then
end.
the retirement Taker match. So yeah, it's an incredible career. Most of this past stuff for me is kind of well trodden history. Like they're not really uncovering much there. There is even a little bit of revisionist history, particularly with like the Montreal screw job. They gloss over, as one will do in a documentary. You're always pointing it from your perspective,
Yeah.
whether that's good or bad. So there are definitely some things here and there. That they also they don't they don't shy away from his negativities, but they also don't really shine a bright light on them.
Yeah, they don't focus on him. They
Right.
mention but don't focus. Like he literally describes himself at one point as a functioning drug addict. So he's like, yeah, and he comes out saying he's an asshole. You cut to people like Taker being like, I wouldn't have pissed on him if he was on fire.
Brett
Fucking
being
Bret
like, yeah,
Hart.
it's pretty much the worst human being I've ever met in my life.
I was so caught off guard early in the pro. I was so caught off guard early in the documentary because I know they've buried the hatchet, but I was caught off guard early in the documentary with Brett just being like, "Oh, yeah, I thought it was one of the best things ever when he joined." I was like, "Oh, here we go. We got a kid coming up in the business. It's gonna be good for the future." And I'm like, "It's funny that you
Rockers
say
versus
that."
Heart Foundation, baby. That was the shit.
And
That
then
was the
he's
shit.
like, and then he's like, I've always said he's been one of the most talented people I've ever seen in my life. And then finally, 5 minutes later, oh, I hated the guy. I didn't like him. I refused to lose to him. I'm like, no, anybody but him until he respects me and what this business is.
Pretty much wasn't better than dirt, in my opinion.
Now all that energy goes toward Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg he's not safe. He's not safe. He hurts people.
To be fair, if Goldberg gave me a concussion that I could blame the end of my career on, I'd hate the man forever too. I'm petty like that.
I mean, that's another wrestling conspiracy theory there. Brett just didn't like working in WCW, hated the choice he made, couldn't go back to WWF, and just fucking said, "Peace, I'm out of here."
No, it was Goldberg. He said, "Watch the kick." I didn't know what that
It
meant.
was Bill Goldberg.
Bill
You
Goldberg.
can't
I
not
have
say
to say
Bill.
Bill.
You gotta
Bill
say Bill.
Goldberg.
He always makes sure because it's just another way to disrespect him. It'd be like, you're not Goldberg, you're
You're
Bill
Bill
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
You're just a man.
The
You're
actual
just a
man,
human.
not the character.
Bill Goldberg. We're recording a show right now.
Hence the impressions.
I
But
forgot it. Oh, this is just me. I
no,
forgot that we
I
were
know.
going.
I'm just trying to roll with it. Um, but yeah, they had the whole asshole phase.
It was not a
Uh,
bad, not a bad Bret Hart for.
no,
I feel like we were both doing pretty solid Bret
yeah,
Harts
I
to be
think we did good.
documented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The DX thing, I kind of, I one of not my regrets. That's too big a word, but I don't have a better one. One of my regrets for not getting into wrestling early is I missed the first DX phase.
Not as. I mean, like they were kind of only suck it
Fair.
in a lot of ways. Like 2.0 is a lot cooler, and it's what everybody thinks about with DX really.
Yeah.
Like the original Shawn DX was a kind of, in hindsight watching it, a little bit of a druggy, loopy, almost like but again, like Triple H said, the second that bell rings, he's going to give you an absolutely incredible match, and then the bell rings again, and it's just like bleep. Um, but and like there are cool moments, there are fun moments. The thing that's always circulated of them pretending to be censors or reading the letter from the censors
Yeah.
or whatever. There's all of that. But there's also like some just like them being rambly and just kind
Oh,
of saying like
oh, I'm
poopy
sure.
duty kind of
Oh,
humor.
I'm sure. It's just being part of the craze and being in on it. Like
A lot of penis humor.
missing a lot of the first wave of Hulkamania, despite what the real man did in real life. But missing that as a kid, part of me is like, I never got the chance.
Never getting a real, let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah,
And where you feel it in
yeah,
your
yeah.
veins.
Like the fucking the cokehead era, the fucking. Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, that era of wrestling, I wasn't there for that, but it's amazing and right up my alley. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, DX, that was cool. Finding out Shawn was a news reporter, crazy. Like for like the local channel news. Like I can't imagine being a big wrestling fan. Here's this guy, boyhood dream came true moments, all of this stuff. Then Mr. WrestleMania, and he's at my local high school trying to cover the football team, and they're not giving him anything to work with. He's like, yeah, I guess that's what he said. Ugh. But yeah, they showed his kids, and one of the pay-per-views, they had his son there. And almost every shot or picture they got, that kid knew how to find the camera and was looking at it. Like there's one point where he's on the ground, like out by the barricade, by the wife and kid. Wife is like concerned look, kid is
Mugging the camera.
I'm like, you know what? I respect that this kid knows how to find the camera. As someone who struggled with that a lot.
that that was my I think maybe my favorite part of the whole documentary was that end the sequence at the end when they're like wrapping up for the day and he is very clearly just being dad Shawn Michaels, like Sean Hickenbottom, and he's all giddy and he's got this like higher pitch voice suddenly and he's just talking to them and he's like, this was such a great day. I'm so glad you guys came. Isn't this cool that we all got to hang out together today? And it was the sweetest thing in the world. I
Talking to the daughter, he's like, no, this is my baby boy, you know. She's like, I can't even be the favorite. I'm the favorite. That's a nice little family moment type
No, yeah,
deal.
it was great. It was great. Not being able to see that. And then yeah, just like what I wanted out of this, it absolutely delivered. Just and I wanted to see him being I wanted to see him being a mentor. I wanted to see the last 6 years of who currently now WWE superstars and soon to be superstars currently on NXT, like just the litany of people who are just like, oh my God, I get to come to work every day and Shawn Michaels is my boss. Shawn Mike Mr. WrestleMania. I, is the guy who's going to teach me how to be a wrestler. Like what? What is my life?
I will say that is one of the better, like, of the story and life story of, a Sean Higginbottoms or a Shawn Michaels. I like both just from an outside character standpoint, looking at these people like their characters. I like the story where Sean and Triple H go from being these rising people that really are passionate about the business, and you hear the rumors about it, but then you actually get to see the stuff they're actually putting in, and it's like, yeah, there was politicking and some dirty stuff. Obviously, we acknowledge the asshole phase, but it's still cool to see people that grew up wanting to do the business getting to the top, solidifying their name as a top person, and then literally giving back and it paying off. Yeah, we got videos talking about this year's WrestleMania build up or whatever, but nonetheless, the star power and wrestling power is still there. And that's largely been the work of these two for the past like decade to cultivate these things. And that's great that we have minds like that that are
And
giving
I
back.
mean,
And now we got
just
Taker helping
just
people with
look at
stuff and
this.
all this other
Just look
stuff.
at this WrestleMania that's about to happen in a couple of days as we record this video. Like you could easily make an argument that Shawn Michaels is building. is building bigger and better stars than ever has come out of NXT, like
Yeah.
ready to fucking go. Even like if like you already have your 100 rating Oba Femi.
For wanting to watch, yes.
Yeah. You got Trick Williams contending for the US title in his first ever WrestleMania. You have
Javon's
Javon
there too,
Evans.
right?
Yeah, you have Javon Evans competing for the Intercontinental title in his first ever WrestleMania. You have Lash Legend walking in as the tag team champion in her first ever WrestleMania. Like barring injury, you probably would have had Braun Breaker fighting Seth Rollins in his second WrestleMania. He's already entered a WrestleMania as the Intercontinental Champion. Um, so like he is clearly producing immense talent down there. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's not even mentioning folks that aren't even on the card right now, like Carmelo Hayes, Ilya
Mm.
Dragunov, all featured in this documentary. Uh, Somebody that I am super high on, that I hope big things for, Ethan Page. I think he is just absolutely incredible, and obviously he is all over this documentary. Um, yeah, Joe Hendry's a giant star, although he was kind of a giant star before he even walked in to Shawn Michaels' wing. But yeah,
Yeah, it makes me
it's
more
it he's clearly doing
anticipatory of
something.
his main roster thing.
The
Like
women coming out of there, Roxanne Perez, Tiffany
mm,
Stratton, uh
Stephanie well, she
I get
was
well, yeah,
indie,
Stephanie and
but still,
Julia have are kind of
yeah.
also in that boat of like
Yeah.
they made names for themselves,
Soul
but like
Ruka,
Stol Ruka had never like she was a gymnast.
Yo
I
Girl,
mean the
and
amount of
allegedly Jay's girl, Jada.
Jada Parker,
Hmm.
Kendall Gray, like every other day they are pulling a new gymnast, amateur wrestler, shock putter, sprinter,
The
fucking,
world's best athletes, as they put it in this thing. They're
and
trying to get as
they're
many.
handing them to Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels is going, "Hey, did you ever get suspended in middle school for telling your teacher to say suck it?"
Yeah, you're in the
That's
right
me.
place. All right. But yeah, so Shawn Michaels documentary, building Shawn, becoming Shawn
Any other
Michaels.
highlights?
Um, there were some shots in there where you see other wrestlers backstage, and it's like, so that's how they are. It's still like Taker has dropped some of the mystique around Mark Calloway isn't there. It will always
Right.
be there to a bit for me because he's the goddamn Undertaker. But um seeing shit like him doing jump ropes and shit backstage, yes, he's an athlete. It makes sense for him to do jump rope. But the
Got to
act
get
of
warmed up.
actively seeing him jump roping before a match with Shawn or some shit, I'm like, that's not something I
And then
expected.
them afterwards where they're like after the first one where they're clearly just talking about what just happened. They're like in their hugging. They're like, you good? You good? All right, we're good. Yeah, all right, cool.
His
And
daughter
then the one
staring at me.
after, oh, the one that's the one that I was about. Yeah, the one after the retirement is the whole other one where yeah, his daughter is just staring death nails into
She
the
gives angry Miz
Undertaker.
Girl a run for her money.
Right? Yeah. And then Undertaker eventually calls it out. Of course, that's the one. That's the second that she looks away. But Undertaker's like, look at his daughter staring at me, just staring death rays at me. Yep. Like, you beat up my daddy twice.
Also, as nostalgic as I am for a lot of moments that involve the man, the more I see of past clips of Jerry the King Lawler and what his commentary really boils down to, like almost every clip that involved Jerry the King Lawler had him doing that. I'm like, Jerry, you really don't say anything other than and please. Fair enough. I get why you have your critics, but You know what I mean. Anyway, just an observation I made. I'm like, why is he? That's literally every fucking clip. But yeah,
I found a new movie for you, Omari.
heck yeah. Oh,
Crick
cool.
Williams was in 2024's Black Heat,
Oh,
written and directed by Wes Miller. One night, two parents, out of options, infiltrate a top-level drug dealer pimp's apartment complex to rescue their teenage daughter.
there with Trick Williams. That's cool. You know what else is cool? Everything else we got on our channel. Check it out. You can also check out my cool stream and Twitter at Geotavi. That's Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on by. Bill, you got anything you want to say to the folks?
Oh, I don't know. Do I have anything else I want to say to the folks? Do I have anything else I want to say to the
Uh-oh, there it is.
folks? Let me think about that. Oh, Maury.
Someone's
I'm
salty.
getting hot. I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot, Omari. I'm getting hot because people are out there running their mouths that should not be running their mouths, Omari.
Who's running their mouths?
Ooh, Super Jazz is talking about how he needs to come on this show. Ooh. He knows that he needs to suggest a movie every
Also true.
time. Every time he does this, he says, Yo, I need to be on y'all show. And you say, All right, you just need to say a movie and then we'll watch it. You need to say one that we haven't seen, and then we'll watch it and talk about it. And then what does Jazz say in return? Man, I need to be on y'all show. I need to come. I'm gonna have to come on y'all show again.
We gonna have to get Bill on this show too. We
You
gotta
have to
collab,
sing
bro.
a movie.
You're not wrong. What I'm mad about is when he tried to act like he ain't seen one of these promos before.
He doesn't watch our shit because he's disrespectful.
he watches he watches the episodes of stuff he's seen.
He doesn't last this long. Super Jazz, I challenge you to comment the word apple in this video. You will not do it because you're pathetic. Because you're a loser. Nobody likes you, Super Jazz.
Damn.
Damn. I went a little hard there. I went a little
You
hard there.
did. It took a moment for it to sink in because I was just like, man, he is turning up the Randy like so much. Cause I was like, okay, so I'm assuming you've seen the Randy Savage call outs or whatever. He's like, Randy Savage, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? It goes through the whole routine. And then you got like extra on that last one, so that's why I was laughing. Like you
I originally wasn't gonna do a Randy Savage. I was just gonna do like a quiet, contemplative, like,
but
and
you're
then it
already
went,
halfway there when you do that.
but yeah, and then it just went Randy Savage.
Yeah.
But then I went too far. But fuck that, I'm committing. Super Jizz, your car is shit, and your clothes are out of style. Bring it on, motherfucker.
You know what? No. Adios.